What's going on? I'm KMBest, and I'm here today to talk about M.O.D.O.K. M.O.D.O.K is a card that just came out on the Season Pass in Marvel Snap, and after a few days of experimenting with him, I think most people moved away from him. He ended up being in a bad position against decks playing Leech. That sort of pushes you away from playing a card that needs the cards in your hand to have effects in order to be good when you're discarding them all on turn 5. So, for example, if you play M.O.D.O.K, discards all your cards, your opponent plays Leech before you play M.O.D.O.K, suddenly your Apocalypse is just gone. You're gaining nothing from that. But I've put a lot of effort into making a M.O.D.O.K deck recently, and I tried the Hella lists of M.O.D.O.K, I tried the Lockjaw lists of M.O.D.O.K, and this is the one that I think is the best. I won't say it's the best M.O.D.O.K deck in the world. It's my favorite M.O.D.O.K deck. It's the only one that I've found that I enjoy playing, that can reliably compete with some of the higher decks in the metagame. And what it is it's a deck I've built to have very low downside. So let's go through the cards. Let's talk about why they're in here. Let's talk about why some cards are not in here. And we're going to start with some of the exclusions that people are going to see. Why are we not playing Lockjaw? Because I want this deck to be predictable. I want to know what is going to happen when I play my cards so that I can plan into the future. Why are we not playing Mystique? Mystique is great when you play Morbius on turn 2 and Mystique on turn 3. She's not so great basically any other time. I tend to not enjoy conditional cards that are just dead draws, although there is something to this. This deck can get away with playing cards that are dead draws because you'll just discard them. I still don't like it though. I just don't. As far as the choice of discarders that we have in here, Colleen Wing, Lady Sif, we only have targeted discard. So we, again, know what happens when we play our cards. This is important, right? If we play something like Swordmaster, we might end up discarding our M.O.D.O.K. That's game losing. We don't like losing games for free on this channel. I don't like losing games for free on this channel. You might do whatever you want. There are two flex spots in this deck. One is Iceman and the other is Storm. Now, the reason we've opted for Storm here is there are not a lot of decks in the metagame that have very strong turn 4s, and you have very strong turn 4s in the sense of, you can just put a Dracula in a Storm lane, you can put a Morbius in a Storm lane, you can storm the lane the Morbius was already in, and then you know what you can do to add power to that lane after the fact, right? This deck is a deck that is able to do that. And the reason I like Storm, specifically in the context of this metagame, we're talking about decks like Shuri Red Skull, decks like Deathwave, decks like Sarah. These are not decks that are having big power spikes on turn 4. They're not decks that are particularly good into Storm. So you don't have to be great into Storm. You just have to be better than what you're playing against. So that's why Storm is in here. Iceman is in here because he's good and because he costs 1, which makes him easy to play. So he's very easy to just, get out of your hand if you have to get stuff out of your hand. As far as then there are the group of cards that are the discard targets. Wolverine, Swarm, and Apocalypse. Wolverine's, I think, the only one people really would have questions about. I've found that he's just good enough. When you because a lot of the times, you're not going to draw M.O.D.O.K. Sometimes you don't draw M.O.D.O.K. And you need cards that will come out of your hand in that situation, and Wolverine's good at being ripped out of the hand by a Colleen Wing, for example. That's a totally fine play to make. 2 energy, 8 power, totally fine thing to do. The totally irreplaceable cards in this deck, Dracula is the most irreplaceable card in the deck. He is as good as it gets in terms of letting you abuse Storm, letting you play enormously large Apocalypses. He even pumps your Morbius once, which people kind of forget about sometimes. He's a very powerful card. The basic play pattern of the deck is to feed a giant Apocalypse into Dracula. You will be doing this a lot. Now, America Chavez is in here to thin the draws. The more we draw M.O.D.O.K on 5, the better. And the earlier we draw cards like Swarm and Apocalypse, the better. We don't really want to be drawing Apocalypse on turn 6. We don't really want to be drawing Swarm on turn 6. We want them in the hand so they can be hit with our discard cards. So Chavez does a lot of work in this deck. Sunspot is in the deck as a sort of downside mitigation thing. Your hands can get clunky sometimes. You're floating some energy sometimes. Sunspot makes it so you don't get so punished when your hand is a little bit clunky. Now, There are other options you can explore in this deck, but this is the one that I've found is the most favorable for me. The game that we played a battle mode game once again against GetRekt. Shout out to GetRekt. An Infinite Grinder who I played a lot in previous seasons. Just as a way of testing this after playing it on ladder a bunch. I was gaming against Sarah Control. That'll be on the end of this video if you want to watch how these matchups play out or how I pilot this deck. You'll be able to get a good sense of that from the video. As far as where I think this deck sits in the metagame, I think it is okay in a vacuum. But there's a proliferation of leech decks and a proliferation of wave decks, both of which are not great for you. Leech is worse. Wave you can play around. Leech, if they leech you, you're usually in a lot of trouble. And, you know, between Thanos, Lockjaw, and just the leech control decks, there's a decent amount of leech running around, so you will have to worry about that. In a vacuum, I think this deck is actually doing things that are pretty damn strong. I don't necessarily think it is the perfect match for the current day metagame, but it's definitely something to keep an eye on. And if you're looking for a deck, a place to play M.O.D.O.K, this is a really good one. If you want to have some fun, this is another great choice. This is a very fun deck to play. I really enjoy it. Now, understand that sometimes you are going to be playing into 50-50s. That's okay. Sometimes you are just going to have to take those coin flips and you're going to have to win them. If that's not something you want to do, you might want to look for a deck that doesn't involve the discard cards. But as far as variance, this involves the least 50-50s of any discard deck I've ever played. Now, I really enjoyed playing this. I hope you do too. Remember, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications. All that stuff really helps, and I really appreciate everyone who does that for me. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Let's do it. Mojo World. So the Sarah deck plays Killmonger, which he's playing the Sarah deck, so I'm not gonna... I don't think you ever play Iceman into Mojo, just natty. That's unpleasant. Mysterio. So the real one probably not in Hala. We're trying really hard to draw the card M.O.D.O.K. If we draw the card M.O.D.O.K, suddenly we're really in this game. Storm late, that's bad. This is one of the people I test against. Okay, real Mysterio is in the Mojo World. We drew the M.O.D.O.K. Okay. We drew a M.O.D.O.K. It feels like what most of this is about is, can we draw the M.O.D.O.K? We did draw the M.O.D.O.K here. Like, just these cards are so strong, right? Just these cards, just playing these cards at some point. If we draw a Swarm, like, this game is fucking... Oh! God! It's good for us, though, right? Really? Okay. What could they have that would be better? Because it's not actually that bad for us, is it? That fucks my storm up bad. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Come on, baby. I didn't come here to not play 50-50s, dog. Also, I kind of think they just leave the Dracula lane anyway, right? Like, would you fucking contest that shit? I wouldn't. Let's go, baby. They're gonna, Enchantress the Wakanda, correct? How many cards are in hand? Only 3. Are these 2 cards enough to win the mid lane in the face of this? I hope you don't have the card Enchantress. I hope you really do not have the card Enchantress. Okay, fair enough. What's in the middle, though? What's going in the middle? Real Mysterio. We win this! Yeah! Let's fucking go, dude! Maybe this M.O.D.O.K deck works. I'm taking any... Yeah, he's playing the Sarah Zabu deck I posted. Yeah, I requested something like that. I was like, who wants to play Sarah into me? Because I've been playing a lot against Deathwave. Let's go, M.O.D.O.K. So I think this is a good way of demonstrating the actual niche the deck has, right? It lines up really well into... Not fucking that! It lines up really badly into that. Oh, God. Oh, God. We don't put the over there. This is a Drac lane here. This is a Drac. We pressure them to have Enchantress right now. Do you have Enchantress right now? Is Rescue really better than White Queen? Could be. The thing about Enchantress is she's not real. Rescue's the card I run in this deck over White Queen. Is it just 2 demons? Fair enough. It turns them off of Killmonger forever. There's a Sarah. We M.O.D.O.K twice. I think they have too many cards in hand for us to reasonably stay in this one. If we had drawn Apocalypse, I would have been pretty confident in winning this game. But we did not draw Apocalypse, and thus we got a little fucked on, right? If we had had like an arbitrarily, like a 16 power Apocalypse in hand, I think we're winning this game. Because they have priority. But we don't have a 16 power Apocalypse in hand, so the best I'm going to do is a retreat later if they're afraid of it. Which they shouldn't be. They know what's happening. Rescue feels weird in every situation other than Rescue 405. No. The real upside of Rescue in this deck is you go Zabu to Rescue 3. That's the thing she does well. She gets ahead early, which is good. There's a lot of priority games that happen in this game. We did it! We fucking did it! They're gonna Carnage it. Oh, they're not gonna Carnage it. So that means they have Killmonger. That's what that play means. So I'm never investing in that ever. That's some shit that is not happening. This is the most Killmonger has ever been represented. I've never seen a more represented Killmonger. Damn, this is a tough spot. Bots don't know what Dracula will hit? Then how do they keep playing around it, bro? Post screens. This is a tough spot. I want this Dracula in the middle is the fucking issue, but I think I have to, like, pay some respect to what this deck can do and put it in the kiln and then hope I can move it out. Okay, just, I get it. You're gonna play the Killmonger. I understand. M.O.D.O.K? Fair enough. There we go. Kind of was waiting on that one. Nah, they have Prio. Iceman's not out there to die. Move the Drac. Play... This is... If that's... I think... Let's see. If that's the real Mysterio... we go up to 14. They go up to... So they gain a total of 7. So they go up to 11. We could get Shanged. Because we have priority. But I don't think it'll matter. Let's go. Snap? I don't think that was a snap. I think that was a they leave if they snap. I think they should have left anyway. Because of the Dracula move thing was, like, very clearly what we were playing towards. I don't love investing in sunspots here. Yeah, I think they should have left anyway. But, you know. Wait, what? Oh, God. Please tell me this isn't one of the situations where the order is all fucky. This sucks. I wanted to put that 4 on the Asgard. But now I can't because what if Wolverine goes there? Oh. Okay. 5 cards in the deck. How important is it that we prevent them from fucking doing anything? I think it's, like, extremely important that we prevent them from drawing these cards, unfortunately. I think it is crucial. Oh, we failed. Oh, we lose. Is he really a paid actor? No, he's not a paid actor. Oh, man. That's bad. It's still a winnable game. But it ain't a fun one, and we're kind of running in fear of Killmonger. So that's not a Sarah. Zabu. Nova. Carnage. Alright. So we're assuming the real Mysterio is middle. I don't think this is winnable. I don't think this is even close to winnable. That 2-card draw that we played for and lost, that cost us. The 2-card draw that we played for here, that was kind of the whole game. We were like, because we could have just played Dracula and conceded that they get the 2 cards. But since we didn't play the Dracula, it just ended up in a really bad spot. Now, we do have Dracula, M.O.D.O.K, and Morbius this game. Very good. Sunspot, pretty bad in this matchup. Since Sunspot, I'm just expecting it to die. I'm going to put the Morbius here and wait to see if we can put the Drac elsewhere. I would like to draw Apocalypse. Ooh, hello. Good thinking that I waited there. I'm gonna keep waiting, bro. I'm good. I'm gonna take that lizard if I can. So without Apocalypse, I'm not sure how much I care about the Dracula. We don't have any of our payoffs. So if we're going to win this game, M.O.D.O.K is mostly a big pump, right? M.O.D.O.K is mostly just making that guy get really big. But that's not reliable in the context of the existence of Enchantress. Okay, we have a Swarm. That at least gets us somewhere, right? A Swarm at least gets us somewhere. Three cards in hand. We get Enchantress here and die. Correct or incorrect? The combination of Enchantress, Killmonger wipes out our entire lane in Xandar. Yeah? So we just say it's not real. I give you a dead card for Drac. I get it. Like, the guy in the middle is dead. Wait, what? Oh, they're actually just 50-50ing that? Holy shit. Wait, what? I don't understand. I don't understand. I'm scared. Mom, come pick me up. I'm scared. I'm so scared. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Okay. 50-50. Actually, that 50-50. Yeah, right? No. No! Oh. It wasn't even a 50-50, though. It loses in every case. It always loses. I'm fucking not dealing with that shit. Slick Max, yeah. Even APOC wasn't enough. Yeah, they would have won that. But Dracula has no counters. Yeah, I've heard that a lot. Damn, that card's so good. We can win this with Rickety Bridge. Because they're going to do, like, carnage shit on the cloning vets, and I got to turn that shit off. Real Mysterio, my best guess, is in Rickety Bridge. Three cards left in the deck. We need to draw M.O.D.O.K. We got him. We got the M.O.D.O.K. Boom! That's a bunch of motherfuckers. Play this so we stay at zeros over here. And then try to win the inevitable tiebreaker by means of extremely large Dracula. Right? Because they don't have a Zabu out. Shang costs 3. Makes it pretty hard for them to stack up a bunch of points in Vormir. Is Dracking Chavez maybe better here? Mid's going to win pretty easy. The issue is I want to go to a tiebreaker by making Rickety Bridge bad. Incredibly, either of these win. Right? Depending on where Wolvie goes, but he should still win. Okay, well, we win the tiebreaker. This is what we were playing for. Okay. Okay. Damn. Alright, I gotta be honest. M.O.D.O.K did better than I fucking thought it would. You had to go for tiebreaker too? Yeah, no, I get you. I'm a little surprised. M.O.D.O.K did better than I thought it ever could. It's weird, because I thought, you know, okay, we do well into Shang-Chi decks. And it's like, yeah, we do well into Shang-Chi decks. We do not do well into fucking Enchantress. Like, that is a scary-ass card. Enchantress is a scary-ass fucking card. Like, we're relying so heavily on the size of our Morbs here that, man.